What's going on, guys? Quick video today. Well, first, what am I carrying? I'm not carrying this exact knife. This is the S30V Endura, obviously from Spyderco. I have the K390 version I've been carrying, but this has been on the table because I'm going to sharpen this one up. I picked this one up used for a good price. I really want I'll get to it at some point to switch the K390 blade into this handle, but that's a whole different story. Today we're going to talk about rust. I've done a few videos on this before, but you guys know I like to show you guys things. I don't like to just talk about things. So we always hear the carbon steel, I don't want to call them myths, but what's a good word for it? I guess there's no other way around it. Overreaction. And I'm talking for 99.9% of guys out here, just the broad population. I'm not talking about if you're a longshoreman. I'm not talking about if you're special forces. I'm not talking about if you just choose to bathe yourself in salt water. Those are not the people I'm talking about. Because sure, as I'm sitting here, someone will come up with some weird scenario where obviously carbon steel is not the best option. I'm talking about 99.9% of guys, the 9 to 5 guys, 2.5 kids and a dog, picket fence guys, those guys. This here is a high carbon petty knife that I won actually, and there's no way around it. I feel bad. I set this by my sink because I don't have a proper knife block. And as you can see, this is not just rust. This is that orange rust that pits and eats away at metal. This rust has been on here for probably, God, I couldn't tell you. I'd say months. I'll just call it that way. And you can see, yes, the finish is slightly refined, but you can see there are machining marks on the steel. I don't have anything on my hand. Wish I had. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to take this and just wipe my hand off just to show you. I have nothing on my hand. This is just my bare hand. And I'll pick this spot here, which is pretty bad. You can pretty much rub most of this off with your finger. That is nothing but my finger, and I rubbed off probably 75% of that spot. This here is a super eraser. There are lots of different types of erasers you could use, but I got this from Chef Knives To Go. I use it on my ceramic stones, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to rub it across here real quick. I don't know what this is, 10, 15 seconds, and look, it's totally gone. Yeah, it damaged my finish a little bit, so if you care about things being pretty, it's no longer going to be as pretty as it once was, but there you have it, guys. We always hear a lot of talk about rust and how damaging it is to knives, and how the blades have to be coated, and how we're steering ourselves towards M390, 204P, all of these stainless steels. Again, well, I should have said this at the beginning, but not to say there isn't a place for stainless steel, not to say that there's a problem with preferring stainless steel, not to say that there is not 20,000 perfectly good reasons to use stainless steel. The purpose of this video is to show that a lot of the things we hear and don't see out here on forums, on Instagram, talking amongst buddies, it could be a little bit of a overreaction to things that probably are not even going to happen to you. And again, because I know I tend to get comments, even though I'm very clear, I'm not talking about guys that work outside all day in the middle of June or July in the hottest, swampiest parts of the United States. Even though I'll tell you, I've carried my Z-Wear Strider and I've had The one time I had rust was when I left it outside in the rain for 2 days in the southeast during June and July. Just stupidity on my part. I'm not talking about longshoremen. I know one guy, and perfect example. He prefers not to carry carbon steels because he's a firefighter. So yeah, if you're going to wear bunker gear for 10, 12 hours a day and you're going to be running around in, 150, 200 degree building, yeah, it's probably not the best time to have carbon steel on you. So this is not to say there is not a case for stainless. This is not to say that there is not a case for carbon. This is just to show the things we hear about carbon steel. Maybe we should take them with a grain of salt. I appreciate you guys watching. Remember, a lazy man carries a dull knife, and don't be a dumb person with a smartphone.